No idea she had her iPhone. I felt awful after it happened. I saw Jen crouching down by the pool with her iPhone in her left hand, but I didn't see her.
Drop a like to this video if you're a fan of Judge Judy. Hey there everyone, what's up, and welcome back to another video on Filmtastic. Over the 2.5 decades during which Judge Judy has been on air, a lot of guests have appeared on the show who were just completely downright stupid, which was shown by their ridiculous actions in the respectable courtroom. Let's take a look at guests who proved their stupidity on Judge Judy. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. Alright, let's get to it. Number 7. Judge Judy kicks out a paid audience member. Being a paid extra in the audience of Judge Judy, one would have to pull off reactions such as sneering or laughing to make the show look more entertaining and more lively. But one paid extra crossed the limits. After cracking one of her usual jokes, Judge Judy suddenly locked eyes with a paid extra in the audience who was apparently laughing a bit too hard, and was harshly and bluntly asked by Judge Judy to leave on live television while looking like a deer caught in the headlights.
Who I'm looking at? You got my eyes? Out! Just go!
Number 6. Guy high on drugs in court. A court is probably not the ideal environment to be stoned at, but it seems like this one guy, who was accused of damaging a woman's car, did not care about being high on probably marijuana when he appeared on Judge Judy. He answered the judge's answers while looking quite inattentive and even telling her that he did not get her questions and that she was speaking too rapidly while the judge spoke very clearly. In the end, a fine of $642 was thrown at him, but that did not stop him from keeping up his giggly attitude, which made it pretty clear that he had smoked one before coming on to the show.
Live with?
Huh?
Who do you live with?
My witness?
Number 5. Impression of a drunk woman. When the defendant was asked by Judge Judy to voice his case, he sounds like a very articulate and intelligent man, but when the judge asked this apparently smart person to give her an example of the plaintiff's behavior when drunk, and that's when things get a bit ridiculously weird, as his impression is simply mad, as if he has never seen a drunk person before in his life.
And she was like, why? Her action became so bizarre, it was hilarious at times.
Number 4. Judge Judy versus John Lydon. Punk legend John Lydon, also known as Johnny Rotten, not only made an appearance on Judge Judy in the 1990s, but also won. The case was against John by his band's former drummer, who was suing him for breach of contract and also on the charges of assault and battery. In the end, the case against Lydon is dismissed, and he cracks a joke at the expense of the plaintiff after Judge Judy rules in his favor.
No point in me wasting money on separate individual hotel rooms
I don't have
when
a problem.
I'm perfectly able to share. He changed his mind, and he walked out on me that...
Number 3. Man with 10 children. Right at the beginning, the 21-year-old defendant claims to be father of the 10 kids and appears not to be certain about how many mothers there are by saying about 4, and then goes on to make a strange and somewhat distasteful joke implying that one of the mothers is Judge Judy's daughter, and then attempts to outplay Judge Judy by saying that the show might be Judge Judy's, but it was his episode. However, Judge Judy gets the last laugh and scolds the guy as if she was dealing with a toddler rather than an adult.
About 4 of them, including your daughter.
What are you talking about?
It was just a joke, man.
Database for all your kids. What kind
Yeah.
of kids do you have?
I have about 10.
Number 2. Rivalry between siblings. After Judge Judy passed her verdict, the sister among the 2 siblings could not control her emotions and both started to throw insults and hilarious one-liners at each other in their heavy southern accent. At the end, the sister had to be escorted out of the courtroom by security.
Stacy.
Yeah, bye. You won't
Bye.
be in
You
that
have
house.
a good life.
Yeah, you won't be in that house.
Number 1. Dog in the courtroom. In this case, there was a quarrel among two people. Both of them were claiming to be the owner of a lost dog. The defendant said that he had bought the dog from a lady who he met on the street, while the plaintiff said that it was his dog which ran away a few days earlier. As soon as the dog is brought inside the courtroom, it becomes apparent who the actual owner is, and Judge Judy gives the real owner a nod of approval.
You want to go get the dog?
If you don't want to be added to such a list, then make sure not to act out of order if you ever decide to get your case sorted out on Judge Judy. These were 7 people who proved their stupidity on Judge Judy. This brings us to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then let us know by liking the video. Stick around for more amazing content, as we will be soon seeing you in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye.